Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Before I talk about this, I do want to say I'm going to be giving giveaways out. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I was trying to do it like on Twitter and like have people like, DM me or just like, follow and then just, just tweet me, their Cash App or whatever. But for some reason, it's like a lot of people don't even have Twitter. And then we get situations to where my Instagram, even though I only have like, I don't even got that many followers on Instagram because I don't really push my Instagram. Like when I go into the DMs, it's like all it says is like 99 plus. And then I'm trying to like filter through it and look through it. And it's like people sending me information of like old stuff from like, months ago, like different things like that happened in battle rap. So it's kind of just like I can't even like filter through it to really be able to see like what y'all are sending. So I kind of just want to do it on the channel. Is that cool with y'all? If I do that, I think it's just easier. You know what I mean? But a lot of y'all, I gave away some money earlier. I think I gave away like $200 like earlier. But a lot of y'all got some wild Cash App names. What's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put in all these Cash App. Y'all got like hashtag and, all this craziness. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? Like, just have like a regular Cash App. Like, how people be Cash Apping y'all? I'm trying to figure it out. And I know a lot of people wonder, like, yo, PIPERBOY, like, why are you giving people money? Like, a lot of people don't rock with you. You know what? Actually, a lot of people do, bruh. So I don't really respond to a lot of comments, but I do see a lot of comments, and there's a lot of supporters out there. And I know with COVID-19 and C-19, it's kind of been an issue. People been losing their jobs and, just people just falling on hard times and people got, cut down on work to try to do, help their kids with like schoolwork and stuff like that. So I see all this and I'm just like, why don't I just help out? I could either give it to battle rappers or buy more equipment. And I already got like 10 grand worth of equipment. I can keep doing all that, or I could try to give back. You know what I'm saying? So I do see the comments, so I do want to say that. But if you've never commented before, you might not win, you know what I'm saying, like no money, but I get it. When somebody throw up a Cash App, you know what I mean, or try to give money to Cash App, where my Cash App at? PIPERBOY, I was watching you in 2003. What you talking? I ain't even have a YouTube in 2003. I know who your cousin is. You don't know my cousin? I know I am your cousin. Like, come on, I don't know y'all. Y'all be tripping. It's just money, but the Tesla stock went up, so I think I did all right. You know what I mean? And a couple other things, I think I did all right. So I just kind of want to help everybody out. But make sure you click the notification bell so you will get notified because I'm probably going to only be on here for like 2-3 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 5 minutes at the most. Get some money out, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that. Now, I do want to talk about this, like NORBES versus the URL. I'm kind of thinking about things that people may not be thinking about, and it's kind of like, yeah, we've seen the paperwork, and NORBES has got 80 pages of rhymes up in this cannabis voice. He's got 80 pages of rhymes up. And NORBES is, first of all, I do want to say, I'm sorry, NORBES, if I have ever said anything to you that you ain't even like, and I was critical in any way, I apologize live on air. I mean, post-production. I apologize. I am so, if it would, Beasley made me do it, I'm sorry. I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? But I apologize. They don't be coming after me. It's crazy. When you look through the 80 pages, you see, like, he's got battles I've never even knew happened in there. Things that were never even released. Like, I don't know what it was or what happened it got to the point to where NORBES is kind of like, yo, I've got to just, like, write down every little thing that I do and keep an archive of that's wild. I think that's how everybody should be. That's a exact example how people should be at work. You know what I'm saying? If your boss is treating you a certain kind of way at this time, this happened, write it down. Might try to fire you. Might need to get unemployment one day and bring up everything. You in any type of partnership, you might need to do that. You know, so shout out to him for that. Also, you know, this is kind of showing us like what black business, you know, not saying every black business is ran like this, but sometimes you can have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You can. It could be miscommunication. It could be one person not liking the other person. And, you know, at the end, something happens. They look for a reason. He out. You know, and people don't treat people how they should be treated. Like, if you've contributed that much, when you read those, like, 80 pages, like, a lot of that is irrefutable. It is, and I see people talking about, oh, well, what a prosecutor's got. This is tort law. This is civil. What do y'all, listen to me. Where is a prosecutor in a tort civil case? Well, the prosecutor ain't gonna allow that. What are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are wild. You know what I mean? But I do want to say this. You know, I think Norbes is going to have to prove standing. And he's got a lot. He's got 80 pages. So if their lawyers are going to have to go through all of this and try to refute, like, what he's saying. You know, some things can't be refuted. They could just chalk it up to, well, he was a talent scout. But the problem is there is audio and visual of Beasley and Smack and them saying that he's a partner. And I know what people are saying, oh, well, what if the paperwork don't say that Norbes is a part? They done already said it publicly, and if they said it publicly, it's a verbal, and it's a verbally. That holds up in court. Oh, this is my brother. He's a partner. He was there from the beginning. That holds up in court. Listen to me. Y'all don't know that? So they got a lot of work to do and dealing with Norbes. You know, and the problem lies that this brings it all the way back to Strike 2.5. URL never forgave Briz of Strike 2.5. Hitman holla. Everybody was kind of vocal about everything that happened on Strike 2.5. URL did something smart. They pretty much did a big media storm, like, you know what I mean? Like, took control of the situation, went after everybody in media, went after all the battle rappers, and dropped the card. And T-Top, you were supposed to ride with everybody on Strike 2.5, and you didn't got on the battle. I'm just joking. You know, but this goes all the way back to Strike 2.5. Like, fans are wondering, how much money did the URL make on some of these events? You know, and I think if this makes it past, like, standing to where he could prove, like, yo, I've got standing, like, this is just what it is. And it goes to, like, a trial phase, and they start bringing up numbers. Those pay-per-view numbers are going to be public. What? People might be surprised. People might not be that mad at Murder Mook or Hitman Holla and people like that, or Loaded Lux or Hollow the Dime for wanting crazy numbers. Those numbers might not be crazy when you see what they really been making. You talking about all these events. You talking about door money. You talking about pay-per-view money. You talking about sponsorships. You talking about all that. That's going to get brought up to break down the financials to see if they even got the money that Norbes is even talking about. I'm wondering if it's going to be a deposition on all this. That's a lot of money. He's trying to sue for $40 million. We may look at that like, you already only got $40 million. Like, what? They got an app? They got app money? They got a YouTube revenue? They got hundreds of millions of views? I ain't got hundreds of millions of views. And I do all right. So, you know, they are probably making a good, pretty penny. And then you got with Caffeine, they just raised like $257 million, and then they got $113 million allocated for battle rap, and URL is calling Caffeine their partners. What? Y'all got rid of me before y'all did that? And you ain't offered me a dime. I'm telling you, like, people need to start thinking. Y'all rush that out. Like, yo, like, let's just rush it out to the public. Like, we ain't rocking with Norbes no more. He didn't know y'all was going to do, like, he's technically still a partner. Technically. He didn't know y'all was going to do that. So now if the financials get brought up, you know what else comes up? The IRS. So are these battle rappers that's been paid for all these events, did they have like, what is it, W-9s? Did they have that? I know like now like people are starting to try to like handle the tax situation, but from all that time back, that's a lot of money to be calculated, to be itemized. You know what I'm saying? You know, like IRS gets involved, it might be a problem. Nobody might not get paid when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, or our battle rappers gonna start being subpoenaed. It's a lot that could happen. There's a lot of names in there. Star from the Star Report's in there. Like everybody, I'm surprised I ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, Norbes, if I ever said anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised. Look, everything is in there. So are battle rappers going to start being subpoenaed? Is this going to change the way the URL moves, like, going forward? Like, you got to do the tax situation. We paying you $10,000 for a battle. Taxes is being paid off. Ain't no cash apps. Ain't no PayPal. None of that. Now you filling out this paperwork for the IRS. I'm telling you, like everything changes with this. This creates a big, huge problem. You know, so I think, you know, the URL, I'm not going to tell them what they're going to do. I'm just talking, I'm speculating, allegedly. I would probably settle with, he asked him for $40 million. Let's just say we all got $5 million in the bank from all this hard work. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him like 500,000. You know what I'm saying? $1 million. Shut him up. He in Atlanta. He got a house. I know you want to pay that house. He got a kid. You want to pay that off. From what it looks like, from all y'all talking, that's my brother. He's a partner. He's a partner. And even in the credits, like Norbes is labeled as a partner in some of the, yo! That's not an employee, dog. That's not just a talent scout. This creates a big problem. Is URL going to respond to the fans? Are they going to say something about this? Or are they just going to continue to press on? If it's me, I'll probably just be like, yo, you know, obviously we had a situation where we had somebody we were dealing with, like with the URL. We had to let that person go because of everything that happened. The culture just would not accept that, you know, so we had to do that, you know. And as far as the claims that he's making, we've got our lawyers that's dealing with that. You know, we can't really speak much further into it. We're still the URL. We're still making this, you know, making battles happen in the pandemic, trying to give you guys good cars, dope cars, matches that you want to see. It's just a hiccup, but we're sure we're gonna get through it. You know, you gotta get through that hip hop is real interview, because everybody's watching. You know what I'm saying? And if there's a settlement, this Norbes get hit with an NDA. Like, you can't talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That would be something I would do. I would think about, like, why didn't y'all try to give him something? So y'all could have got like, Norbes, I'll buy you a chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? I'll give you something. Just sign this and sign that you will never sue us and sign this. That's what I would have did something, bro. My mind would have started thinking like, yeah, and we just kept New Jersey Twerk after all this. And he beat him down and all. And we've been throwing Norbes under the bus for years for little things. He just the fall guy? Nah. You know what? They probably felt like Norbes doesn't have a lot of money to go the distance. A lot of these, the tort law and a lot of these like civil cases, it's about going the distance. This is not going to be settled in like one court date. You know, so you're going to have lawyers that's going to want to get paid. You know, but a lot of these lawyers, you know, they work off of contingency fees. So it's like if you get paid, they get paid. And then if they get paid, they get 33 1/3%. So they're going to go for the biggest amount of money that they can possibly go for and hope that their client settles for a big amount of money so they can get 33 1/3% of whatever they get. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm going to be looking at it in the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that they got to think about. And then you got the URL, when they start revealing numbers to their lawyers are probably going to look, or the caffeine, or whoever, they're going to start looking like, oh, these people got deep pockets. We might need a little bit more money for this. Lawyers can start draining like both parties. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of that, well, the URL site, they can start draining, looking for anything. Norbes has got so many details, it's insane. And then you got to think about once, like matters that were not supposed to be disclosed with how X, Y, and Z battler got booked with X, Y, and Z car, and they get brought in and everybody's talking about everything. Like this could be a big problem that Norbes is creating for them. You know what I'm saying? But they create it for themselves. You know, so I'm a nosy blogger, I ain't gonna even lie. You know, we should all be talking about Summer Madness. We should be talking about Averb and Calico. That's like, you know, like two veterans, like getting in the ring. Like, we should be talking about that. Like, something, you know what I mean? But Mook and Brands ain't happening. I ain't trying to talk about Reed and Rum. I ain't. Shout out to Geechee, shout out to Clips, but I ain't trying to talk about that neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. You know, but at the end of the day, this is a black business. I want it to flourish. I want the brand to grow. I want URL to grow. And I see people picking sides already. You got, like, you know, like battle rappers and already picked sides. And I see it and I get it. Some battle rappers that may have gotten played by the URL feel like, you know, Norbes is right. And they know they ain't going to get booked anyway. You know, so they feel like, yo, like, I'm going to say something. And then you got battle rappers that's new. You know, they might have the same setup and they might try to talk about it. You know, they may choose the side of the URL, but talking about it is not smart. You know what I mean? Like, if you're new to the company and you want to go for it, yeah, you might have a contract. These people might have contracts. Some people might have like a 5-year contract. I don't know. I'm just talking. People might have contracts, you know, or they may have future things planned for the URL. Last thing you want to do is to be on social media talking about this. This is pressure for their business. You know, they're dealing with a new entity, Caffeine. They don't want all this drama to be intertwined with them. You know what I mean? So if I was a battler, I would try to stay out of it. You know, and if you're going to choose the side of the URL and just completely negate all the years, the 80 pages of rhymes, all the years and everything line by line that Norbes did for the URL, if you want to refute that, some of the stuff you don't even know about, if you want to refute that, you just look like a hater to Norbes. No matter what happens, we cannot negate the fact that Norbes was a huge contributor to the culture. He was. Look at the names that he brought. You know, so with all that, you know, I ain't telling nobody what to do, and I know they all gonna be mad at me. They're all mad anyway. I don't be answering the phone. They don't. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say, well, they answer texts, you know what I mean? But I do want to say, I'll probably settle it out. I call him like, yo, like, look, this is some BS. What you want? We trying to do something here, Norbes, and you messing it up. When it gave you the War Report channel, what you doing? Do something. I'll buy you a year of Chick-fil-A. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just feel like you're the URL and untouchable. That's all I'm saying. But then again, like Smack and Big, we don't know what they got up their sleeve. They could have been preparing for something like this. You know, when you got big-time partners, you don't think they was preparing to probably get rid of somebody? These people are smart. You know what I'm saying? They're all geniuses in hood clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to get this far in business, they're all smart. You know, but I just hope they can come to some sort of resolution so that the company is not audited, you know, by the IRS and everything just doesn't, like, fall by the wayside. Maybe they've been keeping up to date with their taxes. I'm just speculating. And I don't think anybody really put Norbes up to it with all the details, like in what they got to refute. Norbes has been planning this for a while just in case. You know what I'm saying? I think this dude is a smart dude, and I do want to say, Norbes, I am sorry if I said anything when Nunu nails at y'all and everything. My bad. Leave me alone, Norbes. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.